Hello, everyone. Justin, another crossover minute. Casual and yet not, yet yes, and all that. Just cycling through, still recording same day of several clips. This one thing, this is a bit of an add on, and it seems to be a little mini series now here when it comes to what I call relationalities. Um, just a little thought to supplement some of the other discussion that has been on here. And yes, I guess I kind of consider it discussion because I really imagine just us sitting, just kind of round table and just sharing hearts, thoughts, experiences, feelings that I know it's not, I know through this medium, it's just me talking, but hopefully I'm giving a voice to you, to hidden or burrowed areas of the heart that, or things you've been going through that maybe haven't had a chance to articulate or don't have the words for, to God or to people, or you don't have the people to connect with. Hopefully this is providing something for you. So one thing when it comes to relationships that are broken, toxic, or need immediate attention, or in danger of being lost altogether, just a clip, a thought between Saul and David. For some of you all might know the Bible story already. Saul was the first um, primary king for Israel before they became a divided nation between Israel and Judah. It was just Israel, and then David was then prophetically anointed to be the successor, and God had confirmed it through the prophet Samuel at the time. Um, and there was a time before all this really escalated, before things really played out between the two, where Saul was just jealous and just had ill will towards David, even when he was fully in charge. There was a time when he even threw a spear at David. David dodged it. Um, and the interesting thing about David, the way he handled that, was that now he didn't retaliate. He didn't fight him back or say, "Hey, God's anointed me," or this and that. But what he did do is run from Saul's presence. Um, and then at a certain point, supposedly Saul had a change of heart, but he actually didn't. He asked David to come back and reconcile, but David knew. He knew he couldn't go back to the palace. He knew he couldn't go back because Saul hadn't really changed. He hadn't really repented. No matter how guilty he felt or how sorry he even expressed that he was, um, he Saul was experiencing regret, not repentance. And where there's no true repentance, there cannot be true reconciliation. Um, and the interesting thing was David loved and honored Saul, um, even wept at Saul's funeral after a whole lot more of a bad history between the two. But he knew he could never get close to Saul again. And as much as David loved and honored Saul, Saul's heart was just not in it, and was not with him for the right, in the right ways, the right motives, and had the propensity of being very retaliatory, or I'm sorry, very attacking, or very jealous, or just where his treatment of David could be volatile, or very harmful, or just negative. And David knew that when this started to come out, it wasn't a matter. I mean, there can be a certain point of sitting down and talking. Hey, you've been the, but when it comes to throwing a spear, like there's a certain threshold of belligerence or of attack, or negativity towards someone, where it's like, you know what, you crossed the line, and I have to get out. And David ran from Saul's presence. He didn't wait around, or he didn't like stick it out. He knew, I'm gone. And then of course the person tries to, oh no, I'm fine, I'm sorry, this and that, but no, 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 no. Your words aren't going to do it right now. Yeah, you do need to say I was wrong and take some immediate accountability, but the path of the feet have to exceed the path of the mouth right now, and it's going to take time before and if this is even reconcilable, because I, David, you, David or Davidine, might be at a point where it's like, that was just a line I can't come back from. And so my reconciliation in this will be more reconciling the situation, not reconciling myself to this person, but rather just with them. In the sense of, I embrace what we had. There's a line that was crossed. I know I personally, just the way I'm wired, the way I am, where I'm at in my journey, can't come back from for ABC, XYZ reasons, which is fine. But I still want to have reconciliation with this person, with this new context and reality, meaning I have very distant connection with them, or maybe no connection anymore with them, or whatever it is, but I'm still going to reconcile the situation with them unto God, so that I'm at peace, that I've truly forgiven them and released it, and so I can heal and be restored and move forward and be okay with them from a distance. And obviously, depending on the person and their genuineness of repentance, of proven repentance over time, may not only be able to reconcile with that person, but back to them to some degree, to a large degree, or maybe even a full degree. God knows the chemistry of that situation. But our point is, the point for us is, how do we handle when we get a spear or a javelin or something thrown at us that could definitely have killed us if we didn't, or maybe it did hit us but didn't kill us, but it hurt us real bad. It could have been so much worse, or just how it was, just the fact that someone would do that. There's wisdom and discretion, not fighting fire with fire. Not resist the temptation, if you have it, to start going after it, or verbally this or that, or getting out of hand, or losing our own dignity. Find the right place with God and with the right person or people to vent or to debrief with, or what. But the interaction with that person, just leave. Get away from their presence. Go from their presence. It is not healthy. There's not one healthy thing that can be accomplished, a productive thing that be accomplished engaging that person at that point. And then when and if they try to reach back out, or keep a clear boundary. Give a final word of no, I'm sorry, thank you, I forgive you, but no. And or whatever the balance is, whatever's appropriate, whatever's safe and right and healthy, including your physical safety, your emotional safety and well-being. And don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. When there's no repentance, there cannot be reconciliation. And you can do all this with honor and respect and even love for the person, if you still actually do love them. And still have a reconciliation with the person, even when you're not reconciling to them. Take this with God in your context, in your past, in your present, and going forward, and work through it. Talk to someone about it. Have a prayer time or a small group meeting about it. Find scriptures about it, and just work through your own life, your examples or situations, and see where you are in that journey and where God is calling you to be. And until next time, may God bless you in this and in your walk with Jesus.